Of course I'm going to talk about this. What's happening, Internet? Welcome back to the Old One channel. And today we're talking about Batman, the Arkham Trilogy, finally being on the Nintendo Switch. And this took a long time to happen. In fact, I remember rumors for this circulating all the way back in 2018. And back then, the consensus from Warner Brothers was, it's just not possible. Because of, the scope and size of these games, especially Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight, the Batmobile alone, is such a, we'll say, gigabyte eater that it would have made it impossible for it to be on the Nintendo Switch, even through the cloud service. Also, of course, this means I'm going to be looking at the games again. There is no other game in my career that I've played more than the Arkham games. I don't even think the Zelda and the Mario games come close to the amount of times that I've replayed and used coverage of Rocksteady's fantastic trilogy. Also, I mean, the ability to play Batman in the palm of my hands whenever I want is just such a wonderful feeling that I've been waiting to have this on the Nintendo Switch for the longest time. But I was one of the only journalists that kept hounding Warner Brothers and Warner Brothers Games about this since probably the rumor started in 2018. I had contacts over at Rocksteady, and they were very honest with me. That's the Switch's hardware. There's no way it would work. And when the cloud service became more apparent, I even asked them. I said, "Well, could it be a cloud service game?" And they're like, "Would you really want that, Luke?" And I was just thinking, no, because the cloud service sucks. At this time, I have reached out for a statement from some of my contacts that still remain at Rocksteady. I have at least a few, which is amazing considering how long they've been there. But there's been no confirmation whether or not the game is actually a cloud service game or not. And I'm not a big technical wizard when it comes to game specs, so I can't tell you this, but my eyes are pretty good. When I saw the trailer that you're seeing playing in front of you, it looks like the game has been downscaled just a little bit in order for it to run at 30 frames per second, especially Arkham Knight. If you look at the detail of Batman here, he doesn't look quite as defined as he does on the PS4 or even the Xbox or the PC. And, if they had to downscale a little bit and make it kind of cartoony to get it to fit, I don't care. That's not a big issue for me. Some people who are purists with the game might be like, oh my gosh, this looks terrible or this looks too cartoony. It's Batman on the Nintendo Switch, and the important thing about this, if this sells well to the Switch audience, which is huge, there are so many millions of people that have Nintendo Switch that people just kind of completely forget about Nintendo's power to get games out there for folks. So the fact that he's now part of the Nintendo audience, this is going to be massive as long as the game's not a buggy mess. Now, Batman Arkham Games and ports, they haven't had the best relationship. There were even parts of the Wii U when Arkham Origins released on it that I remember the game kind of being a little bit buggy, but not as bad as the PS3 at launch. PS3 had a lot of problems with Arkham Origins, and I covered both games, so I know what I'm talking about at launch. I did AO extensively. Too much. Even replaying the game for Christmas the past couple years that I've done, juggling between the PS3 and the Wii U version. For the most part, the Wii U version is flawless, and the PS3 version jammed on me constantly. I've yet to play the PC version, but I don't really have the PC specs for that. And I saw people on Twitter, they're like, why didn't you include Arkham Origins in this collection? It's because it's not part of the Arkham Trilogy. You have to think of Arkham Origins, again, as kind of like a side adventure or a spin-off game. It's really, really not part of Rocksteady's franchise. They were nice and they included some aspects of Arkham Origins in Arkham Knight, but that was just kind of them being nice to WB Games Montreal. Originally, they did start to work on Arkham Origins, but Warner Brothers had WB Games do it instead, so then it became WB Games Montreal thing and not Rocksteady. Even the story changed significantly from what Rocksteady was going to do. But again, just so everyone knows, yes, I'm very excited about the Arkham Trilogy. I will be playing it again probably on both channels, and it's going to become my downtime game just to kind of play when I'm editing or when I'm working on news videos, having my breakfast, because I use my Switch a lot. So I'm pretty happy about this. I know the game is wicked old, but it's going to be great on the Switch, and I really hope that it's a big win for Warner Brothers, because the only game that they've really had this year that I can think of is Hogwarts, which crushed it, but they don't really have any of that fall stuff. Now, Spider-Man, of course, is probably going to destroy, without any doubt, the Batman trilogy. But it'll give fans on Nintendo a cool superhero game. 3 superhero games with all the DLC, all the bells and whistles, which is fantastic. I'm just thinking this is going to be a beast on your, on your gigabytes for the system. I have no idea how big it's going to be. I recently reinstalled some Switch games to work on, and they're pretty beefy. Even Tears of the Kingdom is around 17 or 18 gigabytes, and that's without DLC currently. Which I'm surprised Nintendo during the Direct didn't announce DLC. So I'm guessing it's going to be at least like 17 or 18 gig. Again, they haven't released any details yet, and I'm still waiting for an official statement from Rocksteady about, is this a cloud service thing, or did somebody actually able to get this on the Nintendo Switch to run without cloud service, which means the game's going to be awesome. And I'm sorry, I'm just not a big supporter of cloud service. I think it's stupid. We have no price details right now. All we know is the game is slated for 2023, and it's actually happening. No more rumors, no more speculation, no more clickbait videos from me saying, oh my gosh, the rumor's true, it's happening this year, look forward to E3. And in my defense, okay, going back to those years where I did that, I had really good intel that it was happening. And this thing has been on the back burner for so many years that they've just been gun-shy with it. You know, are they going to release it this year? Are they going to release it next year? Is this the right timing for it? Do people really want this kind of thing? Is it going to work on Switch's hardware? They were keeping this thing so close to the vest that they didn't want to let it get out. But I knew people involved with some aspects of it, so it's like I've just been waiting and waiting and waiting. It had a different name before, but I like the Batman Arkham Trilogy. That's really cool. Now I want to hear from all of you guys and gals. How do you feel about Arkham Collection, Arkham Trilogy finally seeing the light of day on Nintendo Switch? Are you excited? Are you going to buy it again? Do you have a Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comments section below. You can expect coverage from this game day one, maybe a little bit early. We'll see. I don't know how well my WB contacts are these days. They're not really in the, what do they call it, the PR department or the community people. They tend to be on the developer side of things, so you can't really get copies from them. But yeah, like I said, I'll do a follow-up video of this when I have some time. I'm very busy with Final Fantasy 16. In fact, as soon as I jump off this, I'm going to get back to grinding in Final Fantasy 16. I love that. If you want to check out that series, the playlist is down below. Please support that over on our K-Wings Let's Plays channel. The reason why we have to stream it over there is when this account was suspended, I wasn't able to upload for 60 days, and I'm not able to live stream for 90 days. So those, penalties are very severe compared to years ago when your channel gets strikes or warnings or suspensions or whatever. Like, YouTube really takes away your ability to work, and so we had to make an exception for an M-rated game on our Let's Play channel. So eventually I'll be back streaming over here. Please look forward to it. Be sometime in July. And that's it. That's all. Thanks so much for watching. I will be talking about my Flash review over the weekend, so please give me some time. I'm very, very busy with all the games I'm covering on the Let's Play channel, from Mario Sparks of Hope DLC, occasionally doing some Tears of the Kingdom free roaming or 100%, Final Fantasy 16, and I think I have another new game release coming out next week. But until we meet again, Gothamites, thanks so much for watching. Keep it locked here for all things Batman in video game, TV, movies, and occasionally comics when they don't suck. Later, Gothamites.